To be honest with you, both GMAT and GRE are equally well accepted by all B schools across the world. How can you say that? I've always heard that GMAT is preferred by top MBA schools. That's a total myth. There's no preference given to either GRE or GMAT by B schools. Maybe in a whole class of B school students, 65 to 75% of the students may have come by taking the GMAT, whereas the rest would have taken GRE. It's just that students who prefer to do MBA usually start by prepping for the GMAT. Otherwise, acceptance wise, like I said, there is absolutely no difference. Okay, but then what about students who come from a non-quant background? What do they do? Which one do they choose? Well, if a student is coming from a non-quant background, I would definitely recommend taking the GRE because that will be slightly easier for the student. But you have to bear in mind that, it tests you on more topics than the GMAT does. But isn't the content very different, or is it pretty much the same? Well, content difference, to be honest, if you're good in vocabulary, if your English is strong, then you can go for the GRE. You will probably find reading comprehension slightly easier than that of the GMAT. And if your quant is strong, then you can definitely go with GMAT because that will really help you excel, especially if your data interpretation skills are good. But let's imagine a student wants to apply to one of the top schools in the world, say the M7 or the GOA. Then which one should a student ideally choose for? In fact, if you look at the websites of all B schools, it's clearly written both GMAT and GRE are equally accepted. You have a month to prepare. Which one should a student take up? 1 month to process. Well, not a great time to be in, isn't it? I mean, if the student has only 1 month, I would probably recommend, and if he or she is starting afresh, I would recommend starting with the GRE because that would probably be a slightly lesser scope than that of the GMAT. Having said that, if you have a meritorious student, then anything is possible.